doing, guys? Mickey if not Cartel. You know why we're here. We're back with another kick-ass beer review. So I'm going to review the Dainton Brewing Melancholy Imperial Pumpkin Ale, 8% ABV, 355ml can. Once again, 355ml. What is with the 355ml? Melancholy Imperial Pumpkin Ale. Despite this sick ban, this is still just a beer in a can, and someone will say that a beer can not be savoury despite the hop craze. It's mouldy and it's still a maze. Inspired by traditionally mad American brewers, this is a real pumpkin ale. We've added spice like cinnamon, nutmeg, and Billy Corgan's big old noggin. Enjoy. 20 IBUs. Quite a catchy label there. The back of the label, Smashing Pumpkin style label there. Once again, their understatement says, we believe in freedom of choice, that everyone has a right to stand apart, to be different and to be themselves. We craft innovative beer for those that choose their own path. Drink different. 2.2 standard drinks. Pumpkin. Right, so it's been a while since I've had a pumpkin ale. Never had an Imperial pumpkin ale. Not that I can remember. Different. So I have inverted this can a couple of times just in case we have some pumpkin. But we don't. It's pretty clear. Nice colour there. That's pretty much it on camera. What I get here in front of me is what it's seeing on camera in the way of the colour. The aroma coming off this is very much what I remembered from a pumpkin ale, but it has a big Imperial aroma and smell coming from it. That to me seems like we're going to be experiencing something quite boozy. It's very, very sweet. It's not like a roast pumpkin that I've had some pumpkin ales imported from the United States, and they've sort of got a roasty, very sweet sort of roast smell about it. This has a very fresh smelling aroma, like a fresh cut pumpkin, dosed up with a little bit of alcohol. A very intriguing sort of aroma. Strange but sort of inviting. So there we go. Not much of a head there. It's got lacing, which is good. Oh, that's released a lot out of there. This is just coming across something different than I've ever had before in the way of a pumpkin ale. And I'm feeling that the fact that it's an Imperial is where it's going to be a little bit different, probably a lot different than what I've had before. Cheers. Now, it's not everyone's cup of beer, or cup of tea, but I like the fact that breweries sort of go a little bit left field in the way that they do things. Pumpkin ales aren't necessarily left field. They're pretty much a seasonal beer that is brewed quite a lot in America. Not so much in Australia, but they tend to be favoured going into home brew competitions as part of the seasonal or fruit beers, the spice beers. I am getting a light touch of cinnamon and to me sort of like a cardamom, nutmeggy, yeah, definitely. It's got a nice sweetness and then that sort of kick of alcohol that sort of follows up really close behind that sweetness. The pumpkin once again, what I picked up in the sort of aroma with like a fresh cut pumpkin is sort of coming across with um, fresh cut pumpkin in the flavour as well. But what I would describe as sort of vegetable like in a way that a bit oaky, cedarish. That could be the blendings of the higher alcohol for a pumpkin ale, and the use of pumpkin might be a bit of something going on there. Almost the undertones that I get from something like the barrel stout that was done by slipped my mind already. It'll come back to me. It has very familiar sort of undertones of that particular brewery. Moa Brewing Company's barrel stout, where it has that burnt cedar flavour that comes across. So minus the roastiness and the intensity of that sort of stout, the booziness a little bit higher. It's 10%, 10 point something percent stout, that one, but minus a couple of those elements, this has sort of a reminder of that particular beer. This one of those flavours that one of those beers I particularly I can never forget the aroma and flavour of, because it was such a nice beer. Someone always picked up when it was available, and this has definitely sort of got a little bit of that aroma and definitely some of that flavour that I pick up in that particular beer. Once again, it's not something that I'm going to forget. I'm always going to remember the very strong points of that Moa beer, that barrel stout. Far from a gimmick, I could probably have a couple of those around a nice campfire. I think it's one of those beers that would go well with strangely carrot cake. Would sort of probably, this would break through a bit of carrot cake quite nicely. So yeah, cheers.